drone attack on the Russian capital on Monday morning had the Kremlin up in arms, blaming Ukraine, obviously, for the attack. This isn't the first such drone attack in Moscow this year. In May, remember, Moscow witnessed drone attacks which allegedly were carried out by Ukraine. That was on the Kremlin. This time, a group of apartment buildings have been on target not very far from Moscow's VIP high-security zone, including the headquarters of the GRU, the External Military Intelligence Office. The drone attack has become a new normal in the 516 days of the Russia-Ukraine war. Here's the latest.
Russian TV drone attacks on civilian buildings. Moscow mayor claimed that two non-residential buildings were struck at around 4 Ukraine in a terrorist drone attack. The Russian Defense Ministry claimed that two drones were suppressed and crashed, and there was no serious damage or casualties.
I heard a bang and then nothing. We did not see anything flying, even though the windows were open. It was night time. And we should have heard the sound of something flying, but no, nothing.
I was asleep and was woken up by an explosion. Everything started to shake. It felt like the whole building had come down. I looked out of the window. In the neighboring building, there was some damage, and it felt strange. The damage was so minor.
Not only Moscow buildings, on 24th July morning, an ammunition depot was hit during an alleged Ukrainian drone attack in Crimea. Russian Air Defense Forces claimed to have shot down or electronically jammed 11 drones over the area. This wasn't the first time that the Russian capital was attacked by drones, allegedly by Ukraine. 2.5 months before, on 3rd May, two drones were spotted near Kremlin, the power citadel of Russia, causing little damage. While Ukraine denied, later US officials claimed that they were possibly operated by Ukraine's secret service.
Abhishek Bhalla, National Bureau Chief, who was in Ukraine and has reported on the war extensively, one of the first journalists to get there and report to the world, is with me live. He's tracking everything that's happening in Moscow and in Ukraine right now. Abhishek, what information can you share with us about this latest drone attack? What is Ukraine saying? What are your sources saying in both Russia and Ukraine?
Well, it's not common for the Ukrainian forces or the Ukrainian government to be claiming such drone attacks, but this time it has happened. Till now, Ukraine has been in denial of any kind of drone attacks in mainland Russia. And when this drone strike took place earlier, the Russian side said that, in fact, this was a terror attack. But later, there are reports clearly stating, quoting Ukrainian officials, that as part of strategy, they carried out this drone strike on a non-residential building. And in fact, the building has been identified as a defense installation. So this is a big change from the past, where the Ukrainian forces are in fact admitting that they have carried out a drone strike on a defense installation well inside Russia. In fact, this was in Moscow, and this comes a little after a series of drone strikes carried out in Crimea by the Ukrainian forces. That was in retaliation to a missile strike that took place in the port city of Odessa in the south of Ukraine a little while earlier.